Hello everyone, welcome to my channel if you are new. If you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina and yeah, that's about it. Today I'm going to be talking about a kind of controversial topic. It's not controversial to me. To me it's not controversial, but to others it might be. So I'm already going to tell you I'm going to delete comments if I don't like them. So because this is, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a topic that many probably black men will get triggered by. Sorry about it. Black women too, specifically light-skinned black women, but you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch the video. Keep that in mind as you continue watching the video. Okay. If you want to, you can follow me on my social media. I'm gonna put it right here because I feel like, I don't know, it's clear once you can actually see my profile and stuff. I use Twitter mostly, so I suggest you follow me on there, specifically if you want to interact. If you want to be nice, you can follow me on all my social medias because that's great. But yeah, let's just get started. I've been seeing a lot on Twitter, specifically the past few months, since like June, of a lot of light-skinned women and black men just talking a lot about dark-skinned black women, and not in like the nicest way. I'm trying to not offend people, but I've already been offended on Twitter multiple times just with like a few tweets alone, so I might not even try to hold back and be nice anymore because I'm over it. So I've been seeing a lot of tweets from black men saying that they don't want to be labeled a colorist because they have preferences or because they only date light-skinned black women. There's nothing wrong with having a preference. Just want to get that clear. If you date light-skinned women, okay, that's your preference. But you know, you can do that while also not having to call out your opinions on how a dark-skinned woman looks. You do know that, right? Because I feel like a lot of these men don't, and I'm gonna get to the men first because they've been talking a lot and I'm over it. I'm gonna get to the light-skinned girls next because a lot of you guys have been saying a lot too, and I've noticed. You do realize that you can have a preference. You can definitely have a preference as to who you date. I'm not saying you cannot. However, you do realize that you can do that while also not talking about black women. Because let's be clear, we don't do anything to deserve this. We're minding our own business, living our days, and then you guys want to come out of the woodwork and do what? Spread hatred, talk out of your asses. I'm over it. Okay, fine, you like light-skinned women, great, that's great. Why are we in your heads then if you like light-skinned women? Why are you calling us gorillas up and down the timeline if you like light-skinned women that much? You should be minding your own business and dating the light-skinned woman that you like. This isn't me being mad that you like light-skinned women. It's me being mad that you have the nerve to talk about us as if we even care. Newsflash, black women in general don't care about men's opinions. You guys suck. You guys really suck. For the ones that, you know, like to generalize black women, specifically dark-skinned women, because let's just be clear, not all black women look the same as the way you depict. You know, the descriptions that you spew out of your mouth out of hatred and disgust, we don't all look like that, and even if we did, we still wouldn't deserve all of the stuff that we really don't. It's okay to say that you like this feature and that feature and you don't like this feature and that feature, but there's a way to do that, you know, without being colorist. You know, preferences are okay, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna call out not liking dark-skinned women, you're a colorist. Like, I don't know how else to really, if you say that your preference is light-skinned women, but then you also go ahead and say that, well, I don't like black dark-skinned woman because of this feature that they have, or because they look like this and so, or blah blah blah. Because the thing is, the thing that they would use to back it up is saying that they have a preference. Well, sir, your preference is light-skinned women, so why are you talking about us all the time? Unprovoked, might I add. We don't do anything to deserve this at all. Also, since you have such a distaste for the way dark-skinned women look, I'm confused. Do you not have any dark-skinned women in your family? Because that's the way y'all make it seem, critiquing, you know, the color of our skin, how big our noses are, how big our lips are, comparing us to animals or food, everything about our features. Yet I wonder how the women in your family, or any dark-skinned woman that you might know personally, how they might feel about it, because I can't even imagine. I really can't. I want to know how you guys think like this, like thinking this about the women in the community fighting for you. There are people protesting for you guys every single day for the past few months now, and yet you have the nerve to talk so openly about how you dislike black dark-skinned women. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't add up, you know? Especially since, you know, whenever we call you out and try to educate you on why what you're saying isn't really okay, then you want to spew more insults and call us more animal names and say that we look like this and this and that, as like it's not clicking up here. You see how it's just not clicking? That's just for the men. Let me get to the girls. Okay, so all of you girls who are also colorists, because that's what I'm going to be labeling you as, because you guys are kind of more outspoken than the guys in this regard. You're getting mad at dark-skinned women for calling you colorists when you say up and down the timeline that you guys are prettier than us constantly, or you say that we're always mad because you guys get guys and we don't. Let me tell you something. I can speak for many other dark-skinned black girls and women, that we don't care about you being light-skinned and you being prettier, whatever that means. The beauty standards in the community as a whole, weird. It's all based off of colorism. At first I was going to make a video talking about the colorism in Hollywood, but then I was like, no, let's just go back, because there's colorism in the community that no one ever wants to talk about because you guys think it's separating us. It's giving me all matter vibes, you know, all people matter vibes. Here's a fact. We have to talk about these uncomfortable conversations that no one wants to have in order for us to become closer in the community, because the sooner everyone understands what's going on, the sooner it'll get better. I don't know what's not clicking up here when it comes to that. Literally, whenever I see conversations about colorism on Twitter or on any social media platform, it's all like everyone's always saying that, why are you guys doing this? It's like you guys want to divide us as a community when we're supposed to be coming together. Of course everyone wants to be all kumbaya and come together, but at the end of the day, you guys are saying this about black women, dark-skinned black women, and that's not okay. So therefore we're going to call you out, and you also can't be mad when we call you out, because when at the end of the day, when we call you out, we want you to be educated. We're not saying it out of hatred. We just want you guys to realize that what you're saying isn't okay. And then it's you guys who get so offended that you take like 5 steps back in the process of taking 20 steps forward and spew insults left and right, unprovoked. We don't do anything to deserve this. I'm getting irritated. I don't say anything. I don't want to ever say anything to like offend black women on my channel. That's not me. That's not what I'm ever going to do. So I'm going to try to say this in the nicest way possible, just so you guys can wrap your head around it. To all of the light-skinned black women in the community that are colorists, because I'm not sugarcoating anymore, so a lot of you are colorists. We don't care. We, as in the dark-skinned black girl community, we don't care that some men prefer you. We don't see you guys as the prettier versions. We see you as, of course, beautiful women, but the fact that you see yourselves as the prettier versions and say that men want you because you're lighter, and you say that we're mad because you are the way you look and we're the way we look, doesn't sit right with me. It's like everyone's always saying that they don't want the communities to divide, yet they don't see that it's clearly divided already. Yet when we open these conversations out to the community, they don't want to have them. Because then they have to look in the mirror and realize, hey, maybe I am being a little offensive. Maybe I am being a little colorist. Oh, wait. No one really wants to do that in the Black community for some reason. I don't really know why, because this is a prevalent thing that has it's been a thing for a while, and it's been normalized. It's kind of gross. Kind of sort of gross, and I'm sick of it. I don't think I've ever really had a situation where I've had to deal with a colorist person before, because I like to be surrounded by good people, nice people, you know, educated, intelligent people. So I never had to deal with it in person, but just seeing it all over the internet is just making me feel some type of way, and I don't like feeling this way. I just want to know what makes you guys feel so entitled to think that you are the end all be all of what is beauty. And guys, I want you to look into a mirror and ask why you think this way about the women in your community. Because maybe it's some self-hatred going on. I don't know, because I've seen a lot of dark-skinned Black men critique and hate on dark-skinned women, and it's very weird and telling if you ask me. But hey, what do I know? It doesn't take much to just, you know, sit back and think, hey, is tweeting this really a good idea? Is saying this out really a good idea? It doesn't take much to use the few brain cells that you do have to just like take a step back and realize, hey, maybe these preferences I have aren't really preferences. Maybe I just don't like dark-skinned women, and maybe I should think about why I don't. Like, really, I'm trying to understand. I really am. I'm trying to get in you guys' heads and see where you're coming from, and I don't. Keep in mind, this is not me actually targeting the men that have preferences for like how they like their women or whatever. I'm not saying that. And for light-skinned women, I'm not critiquing how you look. I'm not calling you ugly or anything like that. I'm not saying that you don't deserve like the way men look at you, you know. I'm not saying that at all. I am simply just stating some things I've noticed. Specifically over the past few months, I've known about, you know, colorism in the Black community for a while now, but it's been really, I feel like ever since the protests have started and more Black women, specifically dark Black skinned women, have been injured, it has been injured and or killed. It has been a little bit more prevalent, and it's a lot more eye-opening now, because Black men, the weakest links, always have to say something about dark-skinned Black women. And I don't know where it's coming from. I really don't know where you guys get off on, especially with the way you look. Now, I'm not going to get into looks, because looks don't matter. But for the way some of you guys look, you guys really don't need to be talking about us. I'm just saying, yikes. Anyways, when it comes to the topic of colorism, I do think it's something that our community needs to talk about a lot. We don't, which is why we continue facing the problems that we face. Or we just say it's not a thing, sweep it under the rug, and continue to let it fizzle. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm kind of tired of getting on my Twitter timeline and seeing another colorism debate, because it shouldn't be a debate anymore. It is a thing, it's living, it's here, and we need to squash it. But it's not gonna happen, because no one ever wants to have the serious, uncomfortable conversations. Keep in mind, it's not dividing us if we have these conversations. It's really not. Being open about our feelings towards this stuff and stating our opinions on it doesn't divide us. It simply brings us closer, if anything. so we can understand each other, so we can understand why what we're doing is offensive and wrong and just not okay. Because, you know, the Black community has faced struggles. We're facing struggles right now as we protest for our lives to be seen as equal and valid. But for some reason, compared to this isn't as important as this. I believe we should fix multiple problems at once instead of waiting one at a time to fix problems. I think that's kind of stupid. We can focus on the Black Lives Matter movement while also focusing on the issues in our own community without saying that it's going to divide us when it's not. It's really not. It's getting a little concerning how normal it's been to see just like colorism flourish. It's, especially me being a dark-skinned teenage girl, I have been taking notice of it a lot more. In June, when all the protests was happening, my emotions were already like scattered. But then as more dark-skinned women were getting hurt and killed and injured, their deaths were becoming like invalid compared, or no, it was like no one was taking the deaths of the Black women that have died seriously. And, you know, we voiced our opinions on it, and it seems like even the Black men brought us down. It was very weird. I don't understand why that is. And then when we call them out for it, they want to say, don't divide us. Breonna Taylor's name has continued to be a meme for months now. Instead of working to get justice, her name has been a meme for months now. I don't know what's going on in the Black community, but I would like for it to end immediately. I'm just over it. I'm really over it. I want us all to come together and have these discussions without being scared of having these discussions. I want all of the Black girls in our community to see all of us as beautiful and equal, and, you know, not let men divide us, because I feel like that's what it's come to. Because apparently men's opinions matter. I don't know when that started happening, but apparently that's a thing. It's just something I've noticed and something I'm kind of irritated over, and I just want it to end. That's all. I want everyone to self-reflect. I want everyone to see that the beauty standards held in not only just the Black community for Black women, but also like in society as a whole for Black women. It's not just light-skinned women that exist for your liking or your preference. It's also the dark-skinned Black women who are, you know, unable to be seen or heard or taken seriously because we are dark-skinned. We're not asking you to like us. We're not asking men of any kind to like us. We're just asking for respect and not to be called gorillas or, you know, that's all. Just basic human decency would be nice. Once we get that, I promise you we won't have to have these colorist conversations anymore. But sadly, we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. But yeah, that's about it. I feel like I kind of rambled in this video. I usually have like a set bulleted list that I want to like talk with topics like these, but I just came on camera wanting to just spew out a lot because there's a lot to discuss. But yeah, if you like this video, thanks. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.